Hey everyone, what's going on? I'm here with a video. Not an unboxing video yet of Eternals, although I do have the ones I have here ready to go on my table. I'm very excited, including Arishem, big boy. But this is the video I promised I would make, since you guys said yes, of why I don't like Hawkeye. So, first off, I just want to say a few things. Number one, you can call me a hater if you want. I understand that people will disagree, and you can call me a hater. To me, in my eyes, I'm not a fanboy. I love the MCU, obviously, you can tell from my page, from my posts. But I don't love everything they put out. And I criticize them because they do put out bad projects. The only two bad projects in the MCU we've ever got are Incredible Hulk and Hawkeye. So, yeah, I don't know. You can call me a hater. People will call me a hater. I'll gladly accept it. I will say until the day I die that Hawkeye sucks. Also, if your opinion is different than mine, that's okay. That's fine. If you like it, go right ahead. Like, in the comments, if you want to disagree with anything I'm about to say, then go ahead. Like, you can explain your point. It's not going to change my mind. I've had people try to tell me that Hawkeye's good and convince me, and you're not going to convince me Hawkeye's good, because it's not. But if you disagree, that's okay. Like, if you have a different point of view, that's totally fine. So, I can basically sum up, so I'll get into more detail of why I don't like Hawkeye, but I can basically sum up the two main points of why I don't like Hawkeye. I can sum it up in two sentences. Number one, too many characters, not enough plot. And number two, filler content. So, first off, too many characters, not enough plot. There are too many characters in this series. They tried to cram... Okay, I counted. At one point, you could probably say there were 9 main characters. Okay? Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I counted. There were only really about 6 main characters that they wanted you to focus on. And they also at one point had, I'm counting Jack Duquesne in this because we all thought he was a villain at one point and they made him out to be one. There were at least, I think, 6 or 7 villains in this series. They tried to cram too many characters into Hawkeye, and they didn't. The story went absolutely it went nowhere. Episode 1 and 2, okay, that's what I meant with filler content. So I'll kind of briefly explain before I get into specific points. So filler content number 2. All episode 2 was just filler content until until Echo arrives. All episode 4 is just filler content until Yelena arrives. All episode 5 is just filler content until the Kingpin reveal. I mean, literally, all it was just filler content. Nothing advanced in the story in those episodes until those characters were revealed. They relied so heavy on character reveals that they didn't focus on the story enough. Okay, so I'll get into some of my main problems with Hawkeye and why I absolutely hate it. Number 1, Kate Bishop. I can explain Kate Bishop's entire character arc in like 5 seconds. She meets an Avenger. They kill some bad guys. She goes home to meet his family for Christmas. That's it. That's all that happens with Kate Bishop. That's it. Nothing. She did not. Okay. Someone on YouTube, I don't remember his name. Maybe I'll put it in my story one day or something. He kind of put it perfectly. He said, okay, look at Kate Bishop, how her character starts. She's white. She's rich. She has her own apartment. She's very successful. We see all her trophies, all her things she's accomplished. Her mother owns a very wealthy, very profitable security company. There's nowhere for this character to go. And I actually agree with him. There was nowhere that this character could lead. Like, she couldn't go anywhere because she already had it all. There was no growth, no way, there was no upwards direction to go. I want to compare this with Iron Man. Now, people might be like, well, Iron Man had it all. Iron Man was a billionaire. He owned this company. He was super wealthy and rich, and he got all the ladies, blah, 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 blah. Okay. In the first in the first Iron Man movie, Yinsen asks, he's like, so, Tony, do you have any family? And he's like, no, I don't. And Jensen's like, so you're a man who has everything and nothing. Boom! Right there. Perfect. He just summed it up. You have everything and you have nothing. That nothing is where that character can grow. He can, Iron Man 2, he can get closure, that's the word I was looking for, with his dad. He can grow with Pepper. He starts his own family. He joins the Avengers. That fills that hole of those nothingness and like family. And his character grows and it goes somewhere. He shuts down the weapons program, builds his own suit, and he finally does the right thing. He says, I know what I have to do. I know it's right. So this character grows, and then Iron Man becomes the awesome, amazing MCU character he is. And he just builds and builds and builds and grows. There's nothing for Kate Bishop to build upon. She already has everything. So all that happens is she meets Hawkeye. They stop some bad guys. And then and then she just, that's all that happens with her. Next, I'm already 6 minutes into this. I hate Hawkeye. I have to rant. I hate it. Next is the character not understanding these characters. Number 1. Oh my gosh, the elevator scene in episode 6 between Yelena and Kate made, oh my gosh. The script is so bad, it's laughable. Made no sense. Okay. Yelena Belova is a former Black Widow assassin, right? And in Black Widow, she's the one, not Natasha. She's the one that killed Dreykov. She's the one that, even though everything was falling apart, stuck with the mission and finished it to the end, right? So you know that when she says she's going to do something, she sticks with it. And she doesn't let anything get in her way. Okay, episode 5, Yelena goes to Kate's apartment, has mac and cheese, is funny. It's a good scene, lighthearted scene. No punches thrown because it's a warning, right? It's a warning. So she's like, okay, then the last line. Hey, Kate Bishop, stay out of my way. What does that mean? That means if you get in my way, I'm going to take you out. I translate that to I'm going to kill you. Maybe it just means incapacitate, but when you say stay out of my way, a former Black Widow assassin says stay out of my way, that doesn't mean you're going to be joking and complimenting and you're going to be catfighting, slapping each other's arms around and in the elevator. She's going to be trying to rip Kate Bishop's head off. And I've had people on Instagram when I've said Hawkeye's trash. They're like, well, Yelena respects Kate. He has respect for her. Yes. And the time to show that was in episode 5. Was in that mac and cheese scene is what I call it. The mac and cheese scene, the threat scene, that was the time to be nice, to joke, to compliment, because it was a warning. There was no fighting, no punches. When a former Black Widow assassin says she's going to take you out if you get in her way, she needs to deliver on that. Not compliment, not joke. You need to deliver on that threat. She didn't deliver on that threat. How did Yelena Belova, the person who killed Dreykov, the person who finished the mission in Black Widow, not deliver on her threat? How did a former Black Widow assassin not deliver on her threat? It blows my mind. No understanding of the character. None whatsoever. Also, real quick, I'll touch on Kingpin. This was not the same Kingpin in Daredevil. Now, yes, literally, in a literal sense, it was. Vincent D'Onofrio himself confirmed, said it's the same Kingpin, said he wants to get power back after the blip. But this is not the same character. Like, I understand you might not be able to be as violent as you were in the Netflix series, and I understand you might not want him to be as menacing, but still, you still need to have certain aspects of the character brought back. And there wasn't. I don't really know how to put it into words, but if you've seen Daredevil, you know what I'm talking about. You know this is the same character, but it's not. They are not the same Kingpin. And like he throws Kate Bishop against a wall and nothing happens. The same guy who went toe-to-toe with Daredevil throws a 22-year-old female against the wall and nothing happens. She doesn't even break a bone. What? Did you not watch Daredevil? Do you not know how strong Kingpin... Oh my gosh, makes no sense. Okay, next up. The sheer lack of Ronin. In the last episode, you burn the Ronin suit. So you would assume, okay, let's think about when every character has, like, lost something, or, like, something's been destroyed. Thor's hammer, okay, I'll only do 2. Thor's hammer, he lost it in Ragnarok. Why was that impactful? Because we had seen him in Thor, Thor the Dark World, Avengers, and Age of Ultron. 4 movies where we had seen Thor use his hammer and seen the connection with it. Sorry, I have to be fast. Instagram only lets me go for 15 minutes. But, I mean, Bucky, we saw an entire movie of him where he was the Winter Soldier, and we saw various flashbacks, and we saw him when he was evil. So the scene in episode 4, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, when it's like, you're free, impactful. You burned the Ronin suit at the end of the series, but you only showed 1 scene! You only showed 1 scene of him as Ronin. There's only 2 scenes of Clint as Ronin. 1 isn't even in Hawkeye. So you act like it's important, and you act like the Ronin suit is this big, impactful thing, but you only showed 1 scene of him in the Ronin suit in the past, and the only reason is because it connects to Maya Lopez. You could have shown him pissing off the Tracksuit Mafia before, and Kingpin. You could have shown the Mexican cartel scene that Rhodey talks about in Endgame. You could have shown more of Ronin. Episode 4, they talk about it, but they don't show anything. You had an hour, no, like 50 minutes to show that. You could have shown 1 more scene of Ronin, but you didn't. But you have them talk about it. That's not the same as showing. And then you burn the Ronin suit at the end, and you act like we're supposed to, like everyone's supposed to, like, oh, the Ronin suit's gone. But we only saw 1 scene of it, and it's only because it connected to another character. So you needed to show more of that. Easily shown more of the Ronin suit. Oh my gosh, dude. The script is so bad. Oh, the writing is terrible. I watched Assembled of Hawkeye just to see how bad it was. They spend about 3 minutes talking about the Ronin suit. They spend about 3 minutes talking about Kingpin. Did you not... I literally can't. Do you not know how popular Kingpin is? And do you not know, like, how much fans wanted to see of Ronin? Like, I don't get it. I don't know what the writers were thinking. Oh, by the way, the writers of episode 4 had no previous writing experience in any television movie ever. And it very clearly showed. I'm just going to say that. But, yeah, let me think of other problems I had. Oh, it felt like a Psych episode. Okay. Let me, really quick. I have like 2 minutes left. Let me explain this. You have the guy who you think's the murderer, but he turns out to be the good guy, Jack Duquesne. You have the loved one who no one thought would do it, who ends up way predictable doing it, did the murder, she murdered. You have the 2 people trying to figure it out in Clint and Kate. And then you have the goons, your thugs, and then you have the thug leader at the top in Kingpin. What does that sound like? A Psych episode. Yes, if you were going to put those elements in a Psych episode, that'd be cool, because I love Psych. Psych is one of the funniest TV shows ever, and one of my favorites. But this is a MCU Disney Plus series. It's not a Psych episode. I felt like after episode 1 and 2, I was like, I'm watching Psych. I'm literally watching Psych. Psych episode. There are also way too many villains. They overstuffed it. Again, they overstuffed it. Let me think. Oh, this should have been the Kate Bishop show. That's what it should have been called. With Jeremy Renner, with all the crap he's put up with the hate from the fans, saying he's the stupidest Avenger, you would think Marvel would make him the main character in his own series, right? He finally catches a break. Jeremy Renner gets the credit and the spotlight that he deserves. Out of the window, thrown in the trash, Kate Bishop's the main character. Jeremy Renner, I don't know why Jeremy Renner signed on to this crap. I'm baffled that Jeremy Renner signed on to this. Like, literally. There's no reason he should have. If I'm him and I'm handed this script, I hand it back and say, either you make me the main character or recast me. So yeah, I only have like 20 seconds. In the end, I hate Hawkeye though. You can call me a hater. This is my opinion. These are my problems I had with it. So if you have a different opinion, that's okay. But I'll hit you up with the Eternals unboxing and go watch it good. Disney Plus series right here. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, best one. All right, peace out.